Okay, everybody, in case you missed class the other day or just forgot how to do the first negative constructive assignment, I'm going to show you how to build one real fast using DebateX and Google Docs. So, we know that any good 1NC needs to start with a disadvantage. So I'm going to open up the IRS trade-off disadvantage folder, and then I'm going to go to Extensions, DebateX, and Open Sidebar. And move me over here so you can see the sidebar on DebateX. So I'm going to click New Doc, and it's going to open a blank Google Doc that DebateX knows that it needs to send stuff to. Now I'm going to go back over to my IRS trade-off disadvantage folder. So I'm back in the IRS disadvantage, and the only thing that I need from this for the 1NC is to click this box next to IRS or 1NC IRS disad. And it's got the 4 pieces of evidence that I need. So I'm going to hit send. And then we'll hop over to our other speech talk. Boom, like magic. It's there. It's got all 4 of our pieces of evidence. It kept the highlighting, it kept the formatting. And we can talk about how you can clean up the size of some of this if you want to in a different video. Now remember, we need to make sure to scroll to the end of our document and have our blinking cursor not on top of a piece of evidence so we can make sure that things that we send in from a case file now doesn't show up in the middle of our disadvantage. To get the case file that we need, let's pretend that we're sitting and listening to the first affirmative speak, and they are reading the Social Security case. So I'm going to open the case negatives folder, and then I'm going to open the Social Security 2100 negative file. I'm going to do the same thing that I did over in the trade-off disad. I am going to click Extensions, DebateX, Open Sidebar. Now this time, I don't need to create a new speech document because it already knows that it needs to send things to this document, that DebateX will talk to itself across multiple Google documents. So the most important thing I probably want to answer first is solvency. So I'll scroll down here, I'll click on solvency 1NC, and then click send. And it should put it below the disadvantage, and that should move my cursor to the bottom. So if I say I want to answer the advantage last, then I can click on the elderly poverty 1NC, click send, and you can see it's thinking. And now we'll go over to our new speech doc. And boom, it's there in the order that we want it. Now this is all you need to do for this assignment with either the universal basic income case, the means tested basic income case, or the Green New Deal jobs guarantee case. That you need to pick a disadvantage or 2, send, use DebateX to transfer that over to a new created speech doc, and then from the case file, take the advantage answers or solvency answers that you need and send them to that speech doc in the order you think they need to be read. Once you get this set up, we'll then talk about how you can practice this document to make sure that it sounds good and it's 8 minutes long. We'll talk about how you can add to it or change highlighting or formatting if you need to do so to make it read easier. And finally, we'll talk about how you can use this document and the other 2 Google Docs that you've opened in terms of the disadvantage file and the case file to start pre-planning for your second negative constructive or the first negative rebuttal. And hopefully having 3 of your 4 negative speeches already have some kind of prescriptive game plan will be exactly what you need to minimize some of your fear of being neg at tournament number 1. All right, that's all I got. See you later. If you're watching this in class, ask me questions. If you're confused, I'll help you through it. The end.